Today we're going to be beating the Ethereal Queen on 6-wing difficulty on Universe difficulty, the hardest fight in the game. At the end of the game, I'll go over the build that I'm using and the strategy. You can see the strategy during the fight, but I'll show you the few pieces that I did use to help win this fight.
Yeah, then
Victory will be ours.
take him out.
Sharing strength.
Hang in there. How's this? Hang in there. Let's get up close and personal. Get wrecked. Bastard!
Keep your distance, pitiful mortals. Until you die. Warning. Energy levels low.
Are you paying attention?
Engaging flow.
Let's get up close and personal.
God mission under attack. I'll keep you safe.
Until you die. I got you. How's this? Am I again? Inundate them! Are you paying attention? Hang in there! Get wrecked!
Hostile gathering strength. Blindside recommended. Initiate emergency protocol.
Dance until you die! This is mercy. Dance until you die. Hang in there. You have exceeded your mortality. How's this?
Not.
Until you die. Hang in there.
Impaired judgment.
Keep your distance, pitiful mortals.
Hard to keep up in your old age.
This is mercy. How's this?
Cognition under attack.
Hang in there. Actually, kind of windy. Get wrecked. Enough of this. How's this? Actually, kind of windy. Hang in there.
It's gonna be alright.
We give thanks to
How's
you.
this?
None have witnessed this power and live to tell the tale.
How's this? Hang in there.
Dance until you die.
Survival dropping.
This is mercy.
How's this? Hang in there. Watch this.
Dance until you die.
How's this?
This is mercy.
Hang in there. How's this? Let's get up close and personal. Drowned in flame. Doing all right there, princess? Hang in there.
Dance until you die.
Don't let me down. Arms are killing me.
This is mercy.
How's this?
Keep your distance.
All right there, princess? Hang in there. Actually, no, wait. How's this? This poses quite the setback. Get wrecked! Doing all right there, princess? Hang in there. How's this? Hang in there. I got you. Let's get up close and personal.
Cognition under attack.
Are you carrying it? Keep your distance, pitiful mortals.
To continue combat.
Doing all right there, princess?
You exceeded your mortality.
And there it is, 6 wings on ultimate difficulty completed. So let's get into the build. The first thing is every character has Fire God talismans. 2 of them for at least 80 fire resistance. On some characters it gives them 100 fire resistance. It gives them 80 scorch resistance. As well, on top of that, I gave Nina even extra fire resistance. Why keep Nina in the fight? Because she provides buffs. And when she provides that buff to me, and when Letitia provides the buff for me, the princess, that just makes killing her with Raymond that much easier. My only goal was to keep them alive and keep them as a distraction while I killed the boss. So, I'll get into their builds a little bit more in a second. So what I have, point blank damage, a little bit of stagger damage. I would have liked to do 150, but I didn't get the other one. It's all point blank damage. 80 prep time, so I could resurrect them. I can't rely on Nina to resurrect them. They gotta get up. I need that aggro, so I could just walk up and kill the boss. A little bit of defense, a little bit of resistance to stagger when using skills. So I'm guaranteed to be able to just hold my max ability charge after I buff, because buffs don't last too long. Defense when HP is full, because generally I'm at full health. Less damage received, because I'm usually at full health. Extra health regeneration just to help me top off when I use a healing accessory. If it doesn't fully top me off, then I'm back at max health in a couple of seconds. Extra back damage, because my ideal attack is in the back. I'm trying to hit him when it's less aggroed. Obviously, I'm going to hit him whenever I can. But most of my attacks are from the back, so that 40% extra damage, coupled with the fact that I have the 30% to accessories, so all these are getting 30% extra, is huge. More point blank in the accessories. I would have liked to move this 33 point blank down, but it was already on the sword before I got the idea to add the bonus on the accessories, so wasn't able to do that. But ideally I would have had this down here. Damage to avians, I couldn't get the damage to the vine. It wouldn't let me take that, but yeah, huge damage to avians, huge damage to the vines is just as good as point blank for this fight. And then I just have absorbs 5% because I didn't re-roll for the god roll on this. I figured I ended up being broke rolling all this gear, so I was like, fuck it, I'm powerful enough, man. Let's just give this a go. And by the way, that was the first try, nailed it. So just getting into further into the build. So what does Nina have? I'm gonna do optimal builds for all these characters over the next week, and these are kind of geared towards their optimal builds, but this is more towards beating the queen. This is really beating the queen. So for Nina, she's a healer. That's all she is a healer. So what do I got for her? 15 damage reduction, another 48 on top of that comes to 22 point something damage right off the bat that she negates. So having her up and having her heal the others and not having to resurrect them and being able to actually buff and do damage is huge. Then I have prep time on her. Now, this is because if I do happen to die, then I got one more character that I can quickly switch to that can quickly use resurrection items. Bonus healing, obvious. Extends invincibility, very good. The characters do dodge, so they're good at dodging too. So that 10-60 seconds is really nice. Enemies on the field is just simply because I ran out of money before completing these builds. And like I said, I'll have all the builds for the characters up over the course of the next 10 days before I start Evil West. Got plenty of time, should be able to complete them the next couple days, and I'll spread out the videos. But moving on, like I said, I gave her a little bit extra fire resistance. Guts in mid-air is not towards the build, that's just random. Scorch resistance in mid-air, well, it kind of fits the battle as well as Guts does, but it wasn't really put in there for the build. But just giving her a little bit extra fire resistance. I gave all the characters 20% chance to survive with 1 HP. Just giving them that little bonus so Nina can go run over there and heal them, and I ain't gotta worry about them. Then the huge one I gave her for me was the 48 to bestowed buff effects. So when she gives me that buff effect, I don't know, I didn't see all the damage numbers when I was doing that, but I know I hit for 1 right off the bat for early 2+ million. So I know I was hitting really hard when I was fully buffed. And then I gave her additional healing, so if anybody does get down to like 1 HP and she gets the heal off, she's getting them right back up to max health. Obviously, the chance of causing negative attack wasn't really in the build, but it kind of fit anyway. She never really hits, but if she does hit, I mean, 24% less attack is fucking beast on that fight. So moving on, we got Midas. Midas actually is nice when he does a little bit of damage, so I got the intels on him. Also, I'm building him towards his actual character. The bestows element of fire was not planned. This wasn't done at all because I got broke. Then for him, because he can't regen, I have some regen on him and extra defense, and then I have a lot of casting time on him. I'm going to add even more casting time on him. The casting time is huge because If he's casting, he's slow. If he's slow, then he can't dodge. And he can't dodge when he's casting. So I didn't have him go down much in that fight. And I think it's because I had a whole lot of casting time reduction on him. So I think that did pay off. He went down a lot less than the last time I tried to fight this. And lastly, we got her. I don't even think, yeah, I didn't even mess with the weapons on her. Like I said, I got broke. But the main things that I added was the 20% chance to survive on them, the fire spirits. I made Nina a little bit more buffy, and I made Midas so he could regen health, all to pull the aggro so I could just annihilate the queen. And that is the build that I used for killing the queen. I'll have some optimal builds up over the next week. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that helped.